stamp, and we're on to scene of the crime for G.
Yeah, the par 4, short par 4, 7th hole, 432, out of bounds green, out of bounds water, hazard sand traps, and out of bounds cart path beyond.
An 8-stroke swing.
And just 3 holes to play.
15 holes at 8-stroke swing. Even for Macbeth, the 4-time defending champion, who's won this tournament in so many different ways, I didn't see that being the situation that we'd be in right now.
No. Hole 16, par 4, 222 meters, 728 feet. Playing with the bunker rule. No penalties to be had here. You're just going to be rethrowing from your previous lie if your disc is on the second card. It was a huge cheer. I know that.
On Chase card, the player who shot the 12 down, leading the tournament after round 1.
What a week for the young kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hole 15, par 4, 201 meters, 659 feet, going downhill to a very small landing zone. These players are going to be attacking the second landing zone over. Here we are, 17, back in the A pin, 249 feet, but this is the very, very dangerous pin tucked on the left side of the green, no more than 15 feet or so behind the basket available to land the disc, and less than that in front. So such a small area. If you really want to park the shot, a smarter play maybe is to go to the right and try to make a putt. But the two that matter right now. The 18th is a strange hole design, to be honest. A tough one. Triple mandatory, super late. OB on that left side, OB right as well. But really, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're far enough over to go. On to hole 2, similarly uphill, but more trees. 276, par 3. The basket is going to be around here to the right. You have your option of 2 shots. You can kind of play this turnover gap the drone is flying, or you can take a little bit of a straighter line through a smaller gap and try to come in with a slight hyzer to the green. The green is very slopey though, so you really want to control your angles. There's a lot of rollaways to be had here.
Zoltan having some struggles in the front 9, but you know, De La Viega, she's a tricky beast.
And how about that headshot for Zoltan, man? He's classing up the joint.
You don't see many fedoras in disc golf.
That was nice. Nico will bring one out, but he's sadly absent from this tournament. I haven't seen the guy. Hole 13, par 3, 333 feet. They call this one the kitchen. You're throwing over a very, very deep ravine, and then as soon as you clear these trees,
around with 1 to go.
And what a hole it is. Hole 24, par 3, 550 feet downhill. It's top of the world. You can see Monterey Bay in the background there. Downhill, obviously, the entire way. OB Road, a lot of trees to deal with. You can go huge backhand hyzer. You can go straight mid-range or putter. You can go big forehand hyzer. I apologize for the confusing numbers here. This is a tournament layout, so the numbers on the basket clearly not matching up with our graphic numbers, but bear with us. It's just the tournament layout. This one is hole 20, par 3, 225, going downhill. There's a lot of rollaway potential here. Best play tends to be a little bit of a hyzer putter and then like a tiny little anti-skip. That tends to be a consistent, good, safe way to get to this basket.
Yeah.
MJ going for just that, and look at this.
Perfect right there. You want to land just to the left side of the V tree.
Par 4, 604, and this one is treacherous. It's not a long distance, but it's slightly downhill the whole way, which makes it so hard to stay straight. And then you're going to see this island of trees in the middle. That's kind of your marker for just a fantastic drive. Nothing really needs to be said here. That green is so scary. The thing to keep in mind is if you go in the water, it's opening that lead to 3 shots as we go to hole 8, par 3, 214, one of the easiest holes on the property, as you just need to throw a left to right finishing shot. The only real thing that makes this even a little bit difficult is you go from one of the easiest holes to probably one of the hardest. Hole 9 is a par 4 at 567 feet, very narrow to start, and it moves right, then it kind of straightens out up the hill and goes right again. And the green is one of the most treacherous on the property because it's so sloped. It's really well protected, and then if you do come in here with some angle, you're just going to jump down the hill. Bogey and 2 pars. As we move to hole 11, it's one of the signature holes on the course. It's really short, really obvious what you have to do. It just kind of gives you that Lord of the Rings feel with the little bridges and the creek. The creek is out of bounds, though, so it's not without teeth. If you kind of find your way in there, you're going to be taking a penalty. Kind of gripped it a little too much. Luckily, didn't go in the water.
This has a chance. Oh, it just stables out a little early, but
that's the shot.
Right. Hole 4, not always nice though, Eagle.
No, it's 245 feet. The infamous spider hole. I really enjoy the way the shot shapes up. So I really like the uphill kind of tunnel shot. It's really good.
James with a miss, taking bogey, par for me, and birdie for Kevin and Paul. On to hole 5, par 5, 1,083 feet. This one has the water clearance to start. Try to get as far up the fairway as you can, then play a big hyzer, forehand, straight shot, whatever you want to eat up as much distance as possible down this narrow fairway. Ideally, you'd like to finish pretty close to the water, but obviously not in it. And then go for that crossing shot, making sure you stay inside the mandatory pole on the right side. You have to cross the water to attack this green.
Here is, you want to throw short of the basket, maybe 15, 20 feet. Let it skip to the pin, because if you're coming in right at the pin.
Beth opening that lead back to 2 strokes.
2 strokes going in a heartbeat here, though, on hole 16. We'll see who goes for it and who doesn't. Huge decision to be made by our players. You got the layup option, or you can go for the green. Obviously, anything out of bounds goes to the drop zone. Putting it on this island in the wind right now is just such a statement play. If you can do it, you really put the pre, or honestly, any object.
You see, look over to the right.
Green.
Look over to the right. That's he has to contend with the trees over to the right, and he has to carry water the whole way if he wants to try to get that 1 stroke back from Macbeth right now.
I wonder what his strategy will be. I mean, you could certainly rationalize playing for the 3, but
Right up here, right where that bar is. And then you just have to find footing as you're going to go uphill, probably 50, 60 feet, just like we just dropped on hole 1. Basically going right up to the same elevation we just teed off from.
Runs now.
There's another star frame back to back. Great job from our lead group there, making that hole look very, very easy. On to hole 8, par 3, 462 feet. And you're looking at it, just you throw one up, and then this is what you're trying to crash through right up here.
Just picture the whole group having 33.
Anyone all week get through.
Somebody on my card got through today.
Yeah.
Almost aced it, I guess. You see that tree?
That looks good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Wow. Ricky takes the only par, and just like that, he's last on the card.
Wow. Would not have seen that through 4.
No way. That's just crazy. Hole 5, par 3, 285 over the water the whole way. You've got to clear the wall, get up inbounds, or else you're going to the drop zone. This guy right here on the left has been swimming. I heard he came all the way from California.
Paid his own way out here.
I wish I knew his name right now, but
Mark.
Mark. There we go. Mark, swimming every day. He must have pulled 1,000 discs at least.
Oh, no doubt. Funny story. Henry Childress was in the looking through the discs and found, without question, that would have been the first all-time star frame on that hole. Maybe not without question, but come on, like that's
amazing.
That's insane.
Hole 14, 420 feet over the water the entire way. Best play here is to hit below the basket on your drive, though it is very, very scary to do. That's really the only way to control the speed and not have a big skip that sets up a death putt. So these guys are going to try their best to make that happen. Though if I'm James, I might be all right with a little left here with a 3-shot lead. It's getting late.
And this is no layup here. This is a man who's attacking, and why not?
Look at it drop. This is looking at an ace run. Wow.
Hole 11. I think this is the hardest par 3 in the course. I don't know what you think about it, but it is you throw a hyzer shot, and sometimes you get through these early trees here, sometimes you don't. And even when you do, sometimes you stay near the basket, sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Playground. He has just been annihilating the front 9 of this course.
It looks very comfortable on the front 9 for sure.
Hole 6, par 4, 632 feet. Down the valley and then up the hill, and trying to beat this tree right there. You try to land somewhere in this range right here. This is like top-notch landing zone. And then you go up to the turtleback green, up to the elevated pin.
But great angle control.
Yeah, probably can get up to like the upper 60s when he was really trying to rip it. Hole 6, Nate.
It's unique.
It
It's
is
unique.
that,
The
isn't it?
triple island. You can jump put off the tee. You can throw. We got a lot of spotters out here. You can do.
Silly almost to. Oh, nope. Not silly. I mean, she's just going for par. It's easy to. Justin Page did a good job getting up to the second island.
Definitely.
Katrina's rude. Got to play with her today.
Ooh.
Wow,
She's
good.
Hole 6, par 3, 375 down the tunnel. OB Stonewall on the right side. OB Water on the left side. It's the scariest hole at Maple Hill.
Wow. And for the first time all week, it has actually become the hardest hole according to par, even though hole 9, which is by all takes a par 4, this par 3 has a higher scoring average than hole 9.
On to hole 8, par 3, 360 feet downhill over the water to this island green. You've got OB on that right side, as well as cart paths defining the OB long, or sidewalks, I suppose is a better term, not really cart paths.
You see some carts sometimes,
Maybe
man.
there could be a horse-drawn cart or something.
I've seen one there here before.
But yeah, these guys are going to go straight at the basket, most likely. Backhand mid